What is up, everybody? We are over here for NFL Week 11 of the NFC North Roundtable. We have an in-division matchup this weekend. There's been some spicy talk behind the scenes, so I'm excited to get to that one. But we're going to save that one for last, man. We're going to build the suspense there. And to build some more suspense, before we get into the video, let's give a shout-out to BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150 to get a 150% deposit match on that first deposit, 125% on the next two, up to $2,000. Quickly over here on BetUS, man. This is the other game that intrigues me a ton this weekend. It's Baltimore. It's Pittsburgh. I think for me, I've been way too low on Pittsburgh all season long, and now here they are, just keep finding ways to win. They go knock off Washington. This is a 3-point spread right now. One bar. I'll start with you, man. Early lean, Baltimore Steelers. Where are you at with this one?
I'm taking the Ravens, and I'll admittedly say I'm low on the Steelers, and I always will be and always have been. But Baltimore, they're going to cover that. I'm going Ravens, 100%.
Okay, Nick?
Yeah, I'm going Ravens because of the fact that the Steelers won't play Justin Fields and I can't get a fourth-round pick anymore. So I'm going Ravens.
Okay, Bass, Ravens.
I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna go Steelers. I'm gonna go Steelers. You know, we're gonna let Russ cook. You know.
Heck, Bass.
No, I think everyone saw that was it the Subway commercial from Russell Wilson. And they don't like him anymore. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go Steelers, man. I think they are an underrated football team, but it's a divisional game. I mean, it could go anyway.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm with Baltimore, too, but I'm not confident in it at all. So there you go. I just placed a bet over there, my 5-piece, try to win $4. Nothing wrong with a little $4. Nothing wrong with that. You can win $4. A lot of things you can buy with $4. Go to Dollar Tree. All right, let's go into these games, man. We're going to start off not with the NFC North game. We're going to start off with the Minnesota Vikings first because you guys are playing the Tennessee Titans. So another AFC South matchup. Last one maybe a little bit too close for comfort, but the Titans have gotten blown out a few times this year. Will the Vikings do the same, One Bar? I'll start with you.
I got to say, the Titans actually showed up and played pretty well last week against the Chargers, which I don't like. But, I mean, obviously I'm picking the Vikings to win. Spoiler alert. But, to me, it's how they win. We can't do another Jaguars 12-7, 4 field goals type of win here. They need to come out and do what they should have done last week and just give them big old butt spanking. We're due. We need it. They need it for this confidence. Sam Darnold needs to have a good game. The defense I'm not worried about, but offensively, they got to turn this around before we start getting into the Bears, then the Packers line. I mean, we got some big games coming up here, and the offense needs to turn it around. It comes down to Sam Darnold. It comes down to our red zone offense. We cannot play down to their level. We can't do what we keep doing. This can't be 21-20. This can't be 14-13. I mean, give me a break. Come out here and act like it's the Titans. I know the Titans have some pieces on defense in their secondary, but I want Will Levis. I want Will Levis to have one of those throws against us. I mean, we keep seeing those throws every week where he just does this dumb crap and just chucks it up in the air and someone takes it back for a pick six. Let's see the Vikings defense do this. Darnold needs to shake his ghosts. He's got a lot of steam coming his way, and it's valid. It's valid. 5 interceptions in the last 2 weeks. He needs to come out and he needs to start start spreading the ball around, not just worry about if 18 is happy or not. Because you know what, 18, he's second in the league with receiving yards. He's doing just fine. But I would love to say that we're going to come out and win by 20, but they're going to keep it close. That's what they do. I'm going to say the Vikings win 27-24, and I'll be biting my nails all damn game.
Man, so One Bar, real quick, would you rather play Will Levis or Mason Rudolph?
Oh, I want to play Will Levis. I want to play Will Levis every week. I mean, I keep seeing Will Levis just do this stupid crap. And if he comes out and throws for 330 and 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, man, next week I'm going to be losing my crap.
All right. Nick, man, what do you think, man? Upset here or no?
Man, no, it's not going to be an upset. The Vikings have no excuse to not beat this team. They are absolutely terrible, and that's coming from me. I mean, we barely beat the Titans in week 1, but, they're just a bad team. Nate Davis can go back to Tennessee for all I care, and they're going to be even worse with him on there. But there's no excuse. Vikings defense is going to own this Tennessee offense. They got nothing going for them right now. I got this thing being a blowout, and you guys know me and my crazy scores. I got 42-3.
Oh God, that sounds amazing. Please.
Nick's actually hit on 2 of those exactly if you didn't know. So Nick had, I'm just saying. That's Cap is McKinney.
Check the
Bass, what do you got, man?
Yeah, as much as I'd like to, just like last week, believe in a quarterback that's not going to play. He's not going to play well. Will Levis is not going to play well. I think they're going to pressure the hell out of Will Levis. They're going to get home. Van Ginkel, Grenard. I think he's going to throw multiple interceptions. Levis got sacked 7 times last week. The Vikings are 6th in sacks. quarterbacks in the NFL. I think the only shot would be to get more interceptions on Darnold, but even that, he threw 3 last week and they still beat the Jags. And, One Bar, hearing you talk about Darnold needs to shake the ghost and he needs to stop forcing it to Justin Jefferson. And the fact that you guys have Aaron Jones, it kind of just gives me a little bit of I remember, I kind of feel, I felt the same way you are right now, where it's like last week, Aaron Jones, 17 carries, 88 yards, a 5.2 average. It's like, why aren't you just feeding him more? Right. So back when we had Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers was our quarterback, it felt like a lot of the time Aaron Jones running super well. Hey, then all of a sudden we're just not running him anymore. And here's Aaron Rodgers forcing the ball to Devontae Adams. So I feel kind of, I feel you on that, and I think they just got to lean down into Aaron Jones. Darnold shouldn't be throwing the ball 38 times in a game like last week, but overall, I don't think this is going to be close. The Titans' defense is 29th, so even if Darnold does throw it 38 times, it's going to be he's going to get some touchdowns on that. I don't think the Titans get any pressure either. So Minnesota 24, Tennessee 13.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to sound like a hater. I kind of hate that I started with this game, but I'm actually taking the Titans in this one. Sure. I could see this going completely off, and it just becomes a blowout, like Nick said. Not 42-3. Well, here's my thing, Bombar, and you kind of touched on at the beginning, there are good pieces with the Titans. They just can't fall behind too much, or it's over. If they keep Pollard in the game, they at least have a fighter's chance, and I think Ridley could do a little bit of work maybe against it. At least give them a known outlet. I'm with you, though. Will Levis is going to do some dumb things. But if Sam Darnold gives you 2 interceptions and they cancel each other out, we got a shot. That's what they got. We have a chance. This guy just threw 3. We just have to take a couple away. I would think this is a game that Addison could absolutely cook. I love me some Jarvis Brownlee, but right now he just isn't ready. And on the opposite side, I'm sure Baker's going to see Jefferson a lot in this game. So I think I'm probably going to be completely off on this one, but I'm going to roll with what I stuck with this morning, man. I think the Titans pull the upset. I got 23-21. Also, some of that is hoping that this is going to be the case because I want a little separation there. One bar. It's unfortunate, man. When you look every week, you're like, man, we're only a game up on this team. Y'all just keep winning. I'd love to see y'all lose the game real quick. All right, let's move over to, I guess, the Lions game. Yeah, we're over to the Lions game, another AFC South one. So the Lions face the Jacksonville Jaguars. And for me in this one, man, I don't want to say it's like the Titans one, but Jacksonville does have some talent. And I think we got to see that, this past week. Jacksonville does have some talent, especially on the defense side of the ball. I think that their primary focus is going to be slow down that run. I actually think they have the pieces to do it. And in the back end, they've shown pretty well at times this year. I think statistically, though, they're absolutely awful against the pass this season. So we expect that to open up. If anything, just getting Taylor Decker back is so important for this game, for what they have and who they want to be. Getting him back will kind of settle things, I think, for us. And then on the flip side, with Mac Jones playing, if this Lions pass defense is what I think it is, I don't think they're going to move the ball very much at all in this one. It's going to be fully about ETN and Take Bigsby doing anything in this game. And I think the Lions took a big step last week, as Bass pointed out on Wednesday, as for run defense. So I just think we're going to hold Jacksonville to 2 little points to make this thing really that interesting. I'm going to go with a weird, maybe 20-6. I think I'm going to go 20-6 Lions win this game. One bar, where are you at?
20-6. Is everybody but the Bears sweeping the AFC South?
Yeah,
you just had to throw that in there, didn't you, One Bar?
It just came to my mind. I don't know if the Lions have played everybody yet. I mean, we haven't yet. Vikings have not yet. We still got to beat the Titans, but what's there to break down? You guys are gonna wipe the floor with the Jags, after seeing what we saw last week. I know it was 12-7 and it was painful to watch, but Mac Jones coming out here, it's gonna be bad. I mean, the only way the Jaguars win this game is if Goff doubles his interceptions from last week. This dude's got to throw 10 interceptions for a chance for the Jaguars to win. I see no path where this is even remotely close. Hooker, I expect to see him in the fourth quarter again. There's no reason that these guys are going to be playing in the fourth quarter. They're so bad. They're so bad. And that's coming off of a 12-7 win. So I'm going to make it closer than it probably will be. I actually have it 31-10. The Lions are going to do some business here. They're going to get back on track. They're going to shake those webs that they had last week. And Goff, what a game to come off of. You go out there and throw 5 interceptions, you get to play the Jags the next week. It's this is your moment to make yourself feel better. So, the Lions they're going to do some business.
One bar, last time you said Hooker was going to play, I'm pretty sure he actually did the next game.
He did.
So I'm hoping
it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again.
I love that. Bass, I'm going to go to you now. We'll mix up the order. Bass, what do you got?
Is it Mac Jones? Like, what's up with Lawrence? Like, is he still
Mac
out?
Jones. Mac Jones.
It's
Mac
definitely Mac. Oh, jeez. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to make the same mistake. So I'm going to do something here. Mac Jones is going to have the worst game ever by quarterback in NFL history. That's
believe
what's
it.
going to happen. You could see why he's available. Max Jones is not going to be good. But if we're being honest, I mean, although the Jags got 3 interceptions last week, I believe before that they're one of the lowest interception total defenses. I don't see them getting many interceptions on Jared Goff. I see another like Jared Goff 23 of 28 type of game with like no interceptions, maybe one on like a fluke play. But I think Mac Jones could throw 5 interceptions. So that's what I think I could see happening. Even if it was Lawrence, I still think the Jags have no chance. This one shouldn't be close. I don't know why they started to go away from Tank Bigsby. Does anyone know why? Like last week he had like 2 carries and all of a sudden everyone's like cutting him in fantasy. I'm like, this guy was like the guy like 3 weeks ago. And I'm not saying ETN's bad, but I really have no idea what they're doing over there. So for that reason, I got Detroit 31-14.
Now, Nick, you guys handled the Jaguars, so I know you're going to have a good take on this, man. What do you think's going to go down?
Ooh, Dion. I'm calling it trap game. Trap game for the Lions. Hear me out. The Lions indicated that they're going to go to the potty room, as you would say, and they indicated that last week against the Houston Texans. And they're in Jacksonville, right? Just to confirm.
Does it matter?
Yeah,
they
are.
Yeah,
Wait, no, it's at home. I'm sorry, it's at home.
Games.
It's at home.
I feel like the
It's at
Lions
home.
always play at home. What is?
No, yeah, no, it's at home. It's at home. It's at home. It's at
Okay,
home.
wait.
Yeah.
Okay, my take is going to change
Yeah, it's at
a
home.
little bit here.
I'm
Okay,
trying-
let's
now
go
you
trap
got-
game.
now you
I've
got-
already committed. I've already
I got
committed.
Mac in the dome. It's a whole different
You
animal.
got Mac in the dome. There's nothing that's going to impact that guy. No, here's the thing, though, is that the Jaguars, they got nothing to lose anymore. Like, they know they're done for the season, and they're going against arguably the best team in football right now, the Detroit Lions. So they're going to play their hearts out. They're going to, do some crazy stuff, and the Lions might not be expecting it. So I think this is going to be an interesting game. Interesting. You guys think it's going to be interesting because it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a great day for Jared Goff. But I'm saying it's going to be an interesting game only because of the fact that the Lions have to come down to earth sometime. They came down to earth in the first half. Maybe the Jacksonville Jaguars watch that clip a little bit and they go, like we were kind of saying, maybe they start using Tank Bigsby a little bit more. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars upsetting the Detroit Lions. Only guy in the nation saying it right now. But I'm going to say that because I want to be on my own little island because it's fun. I think it's going to be 17-14, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win on a field goal.
Wow, I like it.
Let's go. Man, that's going to be disgusting. Hey, okay, well, we got NFC North matchup, man. We got Bears-Packers. Make sure who's at home. Oh, Chicago's at home for this one, right?
Chicago's at home.
Okay,
Yep.
so that makes it more interesting.
Doesn't matter
Before
anymore.
Well,
Hey,
Nick, I'm gonna start with you first, but just so y'all know, there's a little spicy talk going on in the X group chats right here. Okay, there's a little back and forth going on, Nick. So I know you were crap talking a little bit on the Packers. Why do you think the Bears are gonna win this game?
All right, I'm going to put on my
man.
hater shades right now.
I'm
I'm
just
going to block all you guys out right now. All right, here we go.
You're like
The
Shane
reason
Waldron.
why-
Can't see anything.
Hey, listen. These are
done.
prescription.
Well
I can see everything through these things. No,
Like Caleb
so
Williams played with those.
I hope so. Maybe he'll play a little bit better. No, here's what we got. We got Thomas Brown coming in as offensive coordinator. He's got nothing to lose. He's going to expand that playbook. Caleb Williams came out earlier this week on media day and said, listen, I like this guy a lot. I like what he brings to the table. He's intense. He brings a creative playbook. I already like what I'm seeing at practice. And this is after the first practice of the week for the Bears. So on top of that, too, Bears get both their starting tackles back. So that's a big plus for the offensive line. On top of it, too, we don't have Nate Davis anymore. We don't have to worry about him. So the Bears, from an offensive standpoint, the morale is already looking a lot higher. On top of that, too, the defense, Montez Sweat is potentially going to play later this week, even though I would prefer if he didn't because of his shin. But it's Bears-Packers week. He's going to want to be out there. And he, earlier this season, he said, I think he said on the 33rd podcast or something like that, he came out and said, listen, we got to beat Green Bay. And I love that energy from my $20 million edge. I think that Caleb Williams is going to have a lot better playbook. He hasn't thrown an interception in a couple weeks. Going against the Packers, hey, listen, he's also due for a touchdown according to this offense. So Bears are at home. Bears fans are actually feeling good about this team now that there's been change. And I got the Bears doing their thing at home. I'm not going to say a score, Dion, because every time I say a score, I feel like they lose.
Got to say a score. That's the game. That's the game. That's the show. Say a score.
I'm going to say a winning score. That's all I'm going to say.
What's
Bears,
that?
3-0 Bears.
Malfunction, bro.
Great
not,
game.
not 3-0 Bears. I got the Bears scoring at least 24 in this one. They got to come back. They got to have a good offensive game. I got the Bears winning 24-20.
Go ahead, Baz.
Yeah. Being hyped for Thomas Brown is like, the false hope that Packers fans had when we hired Joe Barry, and you look at his resume and you're like, yeah, defensive coordinator to the 0-16 Lions. Yeah, that guy's going to be great for our defense. Look at this guy. Let's bring that guy in. He's going to be great.
2-15 Panthers, baby.
No, I mean, I looked at the stats from the time when he was play calling for the Panthers, and they were like last in EPA or like 30th, 31st, both stretches. I don't think he called plays for the entire season last year. I heard Luke Getsy's available. Maybe you can bring him back in the building and get something going. Maybe. No.
I'm good. He can stay retired.
But for me, this is a perfect game for the Packers to potentially build some momentum. They've had a lot of self-inflicted wounds. Still a 6-3 football team, but they play really well. Like they're 8th in DVOA, and they're a good offense. They've had a ton of drops. Like Jaden Reed, I think leads the NFL in total drops. Dontavian Wicks leads the league in drop percentage. We have a ton of penalties. I believe we're like top 5 in penalties. We have a ton of pre-snap penalties, a ton of holding. So I think after this bye week, not only getting healthy, Jordan Love getting a full week of practice this week, full participant, I think is huge. I think he's going to be more in rhythm, in tune, maybe see less turnover-worthy type of plays. I think this is a great momentum game for the Packers, not only for their offense, but for their pass rush. This has been struggling all year. Kenny Clark, 0 sacks. Rashawn Gary, I think, only has 3 sacks. And I know your line is less banged up than last week, but I think by the end of this game, you're going to be wishing you still had Nate Davis on there, because I really do think that the Packers are going to get home a lot in this game. And it's going to be a get-right game for this pass rush, who just traded away Preston Smith. So we're going to see more snaps from Lucas Van Ness, from Kingsley Enagbare, maybe some Aaron Mosby as well. The one thing that I think is going to be a great matchup, though, overall, is regardless of what the Bears are doing on offense, their defense is still good, right? Like they're 7th in points per game defensively, 18.6 points per game. The Packers are 9th in offense points per game wise at 25.6. So I think that overall is going to be a big matchup. And I saw Jaquan Brisker's already ruled out. He's been out for a while with a concussion, right? So hopefully he's all good. Besides the point, but that's huge for you guys, in my opinion. I feel like he usually has a pretty good game against us, but it's going to be, I think, a get right game for the Green Bay Packers. I think they're going to clean up the drops. I think they're going to clean up the penalties, run Josh Jacobs like they should, and I have the Packers winning 28-17. I mean, it's been 10 straight, and until you guys prove it otherwise, I can't sit here and think anything else. I think 28-17.
Hey, Baz, like you said, all good things have to come to an end. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, maybe in that regard, but I don't think so. I don't think Matt LaFleur's track record versus Chicago, I mean, it's off the charts. And I'll make another note. Preston Smith, we traded him. He was 10-0 against the Bears in his career, so he might never lose to the Bears. So
I want to make one comment, though, about Jaquan Brisker, and anybody watching, send that guy some thoughts and prayers, because he already has been ruled out. And according to some internal reports, that he actually might have to end his career because of 6 major concussions over the last 4 years.
Wow.
It's 6. So he's had 3 in the NFL. He's had 3 in the NFL. He had 3 in his last 2 years at Penn State. And they're major. Like, they're all obviously major. He's been out for 5 weeks. But yeah, man.
Is John, who's filling in? Is it John Owens?
Well, so no, they've been having Elijah Hicks in, and that's why I kind of have a little bit more hope right now, because Elijah Hicks last week against the New England Patriots, take it with a grain of salt, obviously, but with Elijah Hicks in, he had an 80.7 PFF grade, which was 4th last week, 29 covered snaps, 0 receptions, 1 forced incompletion, and 39.6 passer rating. I mean, Elijah Hicks has low-key been very good for the Bears, especially as a second-string safety. So I think it's going to be a factor. But like you were saying, Baz, for the Bears, a big factor is our secondary. We do have, as crazy as it is to say, Tyreek Stevenson. He's having a down year right now. He started hot, and he's had a little bit bad route. Oh, yeah. He has had good games against the Green Bay Packers. Jalen Johnson always plays insanely hard against the Green Bay Packers, TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds. And having Jarrell Taylor back with Montez Sweat, that rotation, and DeMarcus Walker, that's a pretty good set there. So I think the Bears defense, like we said earlier this week, and I know that the defense has called out the offense for having to hold the game, but the defense can do their part and get after Jordan Love, who knows? It could be a different game. The one thing that the Bears have to do is they have to stop the run, and that's tough to do against Green Bay. You guys are ranked, I believe, top 5 in rush right now.
Yeah, pretty sure.
And we're missing Andrew Billings, but Javon Dexter Sr. has been hot over the last 2 games. And then Chris Williams and Jacob Martin, who came off of injury. Those guys have a combined 5 sacks over the last 2 games. So hopefully...
I'll add one more thing. Yeah, I'll add one more thing. I think it's going to be a big game by Tucker Kraft. It seems like you guys have trouble with tight ends every single week. I mean, it was Austin Hooper last week. I forgot that guy was in the league. Yeah, so
I hate that the Bears play with 5 DBs. I wish they played with 3 linebackers against Green Bay because Jack Sanborn's just so bad.
And we run a lot of 12 personnel, and Tucker Kraft's been on a tear, and he just shed his red non-contact jersey, So he's been doing all this with non-contact jersey in practice. So he's kind of had an injury most of the season where, he's going into the game maybe a little sore, whatnot. So for him to shed that and be the, yards after the catch monster he's already been, I think he's going to have a really big game here.
And okay, well, we're talking, we're having a good time. One thing that I want to call out is that Thomas Brown, he has led he was a Super Bowl assistant head coach for the Rams. Rams had a top 5 rushing offense in all 3 years that he was the running backs coach and their assistant head coach. So hopefully we get to see DeAndre Swift get the ball a lot more, get some angry runs in there. Just keep moving the chains, and anything can be better. It can't get any worse than last week against the Patriots. So the Bears are going to come out swing
0. Good.
Well, it's not going to happen, but it's going to be a good game. Bears Packers. It's the longest lasting rivalry in football, and I'm excited for this upcoming week. I know Bad's going to be saving bookmarks on my tweets. That's
I mean, if you put out some crazy shit,
I haven't yet this week. Just wait. They're coming.
I got plenty from other people. Don't worry. I'm not starving for any Bears bookmarks. I promise you.
Hey, listen.
You guys are hyping up Shane Waldron like the best thing since sliced bread in the offseason.
Hey, listen, he's gone now, man.
Jobless.
He's gone now, man. Come on, yeah, he's unemployed. Hey, he's still getting paid. Man. He's gone.
Look, man, I think me and One Bar are probably on the same page here. Go Bears, man. I'm pulling for the Bears so heavy in this one. Go find a way, Chicago. Yeah, I would like to see the other teams start to lose that are at the top. I'm not really worried about the Bears, to be honest, at this point. I'm sorry, Nick. I just don't think y'all are catching up. But I know the Packers are just hanging around. So come on, Bears. But I'm not confident in that whatsoever. For me, I have the Packers winning this game. I feel like Matt LaFleur, it's the point that Bass hit on, like that touchdown drive. It just felt like there were things there where they found some answers. They got some guys open where it was like, okay, I know Matt LaFleur is going to do the same thing. He's going to get guys open in this game. I don't even know. How's the weather? Because now that's the thing for the Packers.
Weather's looking beautiful.
That's a Nick question, yeah.
Okay.
Weather is looking beautiful. Weather is looking beautiful right now. Currently, as stated according to the weather app on iPhone, this upcoming Sunday at Soldier Field will be 59 degrees with a slight wind chill.
Look at that, man. Good weather. So I think that helps the Packers in this sense. But I will say, so last year, 17-9 was the last, game of the season. I don't know if people were just sitting or not. I don't think they were. I thought it was like a legitimate game. And it was, it was interesting at least. Like the Bears kept it interesting. In theory, right, the Bears should make this thing interesting. Their defense is still really good. They should at least keep it close. But I'm going to take the Packers in this one, man. I think this one stays a little bit close to that point, but I think they find a way to pull away a little bit at the end. I'll go like 23-14 Packers in this game. One Bar, where are you at?
I mean, when you look at the teams themselves, the Packers are easily the better team, and I don't think it's close. Saying that, this is a big divisional matchup. Things happen. Bears have a good defense. There are ways the Bears could walk away with a win. I mean, Jordan Love, if he's throwing picks to this Bears defense that can definitely put some points on the board, then there's an avenue for them to win. Packers coming off a bye, they're going to be ready. Like Baz was saying, this is like shake the cobwebs, come out here and just do some work on the Bears. The Bears haven't scored a touchdown in 2.5 games. I mean, whatever it is. You say that, Caleb Williams hasn't thrown any interceptions. He hasn't thrown any touchdowns. I'm starting to wonder if he's even thrown a freaking pass in the last couple of weeks. The thing with Thomas Brown saying like he was a Super Bowl winning assistant. Shit, you know how many Super Bowl winning assistants there have been out there? This dude, you say he has nothing to lose. That's all he's done is lose. He's with Panthers. It's been brutal. I said it in the show earlier this week. They had to make a change. He was the guy to make the change with. So I'm banking on this, Nick. I want your Bears to win. I need your Bears to win. I want them to shock the world. I just don't see how any way in hell it's going to happen. I want the Bears to come out with a new fire up their butt on Sunday and do some work. But honestly, if I'm being honest, and I got to be honest, I think the Packers could not even score an offensive touchdown, and I still think they could win this game. Just because the Bears can't score. So like that's how down I am on this. And Nick, I want to come back next week and tell you I love you, man. I love your Bears. I love what they did. I just don't see how it happens. So unfortunately, Nick, I'm sorry, man. I got the Packers winning 21-9, 3 field goals. Bears still don't score a touchdown.
That's an improvement. They tripled their score.
The
Nick,
notes
I'm
have
on your
been
side,
taken.
man. I'm on your
The
side.
notes have been taken. But guys,
How many of those pages have you thrown out?
no, I kept you guys on 2 pages so far. So last week you guys started a new page. So
Bears turning a new page. Nick turning a
I'm
new
the
page.
biggest
Let's
Bears
go.
fan this week, Nick. I promise.
you know what? I'm doing that right now. If I have a pen on me, guess what? I do. You know what,
Find the
guys?
pen.
Here's what we're gonna do. First of all, I'm putting this on the screen right now. I'm doing a little Bears win right there.
That's the Shane Waldron game plan right there. That's what he's
That is
doing
the-
to
that
install
is-
the whole week. That's his install
That
the
is-
entire week. He
But
just
you know
hold
what?
that
He
up.
had Bears lose every single time. And the
Nah,
last
you
thing
know
that
he didn't
happened-
believe that.
Hey, listen. You know what happened last time the Bears after week 11 or after week 10?
No
they went
clue.
5-3. It all starts
they?
right now. It all
All right, let's
starts
go.
right now.
Let's go.
Hey man, Nick, I'll show you some love. Thomas Brown was a hot name for a minute, man. Before he went to Carolina, I remember talking about Thomas Brown. I didn't know that Carolina happened like it did.
Never heard of
What
that,
was
man.
what was his position before he is now the offensive coordinator?
While he was the Bears, he was
With the Bears.
He was also the assistant head coach and pass game coordinator.
Pass game
That's
coordinator.
unfortunate. Yeah, that's. Wait, why was he the pass game
What's
coordinator?
he coordinating?
Wait, why was he
Another-
the pass game coordinator? Did he work
Hey
with the running
guys,
back?
you know what? I don't make the decisions at Hallis Hall, but you know what I'll say? I'm just gonna keep pounding the table with this right here. Come on now.
Hey man, I love it, man. Again, YouTube 150. That's the promo code, man. Hey, we're pushing time, man. So real quick, man. Last words, Bass. You got anything?
Just go, Pat, go, man. That's all.
Nick?
It's time for a change. It's time to turn this season around. Bear down, baby.
One more.
Hey, you know what, Nick? I'm on your side, man. And Vikings, please, just win by more than 10 points.
Okay. I like